So let's talk about it. Dark spots, sunspots, an uneven skin tone, whatever you call it, trying to figure out hyperpigmentation can be so frustrating, right? Well, today, we are going to cut through all of that noise. We're going to build a super simple, science-backed guide so you can finally understand and manage those spots for brighter, more even-toned skin.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question. You see a million different products out there, and they're all promising some kind of miracle. And it's so easy to feel completely lost, but don't you worry. We are going to build a simple, but really powerful, framework so you can confidently choose what's right for you. So, let's start by figuring out what we're actually looking at on our skin.
Okay, first things first, you have to know what you're dealing with. Is it that faint shadow left over from a breakout? Or maybe it's those larger patches you see on your cheeks? Figuring out what you see in the mirror is the absolute crucial first step, because believe me, not all dark spots are created equal.
Let's kick things off with the most general concern, which is just an uneven skin tone. You know what I'm talking about. It's when your overall complexion just looks a bit blotchy, kind of inconsistent. It's not about one specific spot, but more about a lack of that overall glow and uniformity across your face.
Next up, we have what most of us just call dark spots. These are those distinct, flat, darkened patches. You might know them as age spots or sunspots. And they're the classic culprits that pop up on areas that see a ton of sun, like your face and the back of your hands.
Now for something a little more specific. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or PIH for short. This is basically the ghost of pimples past. It's that mark that hangs around long after a breakout is gone, and it's really important to know that this can be especially prominent and stubborn in darker skin tones.
And finally, let's talk about more significant sun damage, which can include melasma. Melasma has a very distinct look. It often shows up as symmetrical patches on the cheeks, the forehead, and the upper lip. It's usually triggered by a combination of sun exposure and hormonal changes, like the ones that happen during pregnancy.
Okay, so we've nailed down the what. Now we've got to define the why. Before we even think about looking at specific ingredients, we need to be crystal clear on our goals. What are we actually trying to achieve with our skincare routine?
Think of it like this. You're on a mission, and these are your 4 main objectives. We want to brighten the skin for more of that glow, right? We want to even out the tone to get rid of blotchiness. We want to prevent new spots from showing up, and, this is so important, we want to protect the skin's barrier, because a happy, healthy barrier is your best defense against pretty much everything.
All right, this is the fun part. Let's open up the ingredient toolkit. We're going to dive into the hero ingredients that actually get the job done. But more importantly, we're going to understand how they work. This is where you become the expert of your own skin. So, our first group of heroes are what I call the pigment blockers. Imagine your skin has a little pigment-making factory. Well, the job of these ingredients is to walk into that factory and just politely but firmly tell the production line to slow way, way down. They stop excess melanin from being made in the first place.
And the star player on this team is, of course, vitamin C. It is an absolute powerhouse. It's an antioxidant that directly tells tyrosinase, that's the key enzyme for making melanin, to just take a break. Less enzyme activity means less excess pigment. It's that simple. And you get a brighter, more protected complexion as a bonus.
Another fantastic pigment blocker is alpha-arbutin. It works in a really similar way to vitamin C by putting the brakes on that same tyrosinase enzyme. It stops melanin production before it can even get out of control. And the great thing about it is that it's known for being both super gentle and really effective.
Okay, next up, the pigment managers. So if the blockers slow down production at the factory, the managers are all about logistics. They control how the pigment that's already been made gets delivered and distributed to your skin cells, making sure everything stays nice and even.
And this is where niacinamide is just so clever. It does 2 things at once. First, it literally gets in the way of the pigment being transferred to your surface skin cells. Second, it has awesome anti-inflammatory properties that help prevent those post-acne marks from forming to begin with. It's a total superstar for breakouts and the spots they leave behind.
And please, do not sleep on licorice extract. It has an active component called glabridin that not only helps block that tyrosinase enzyme, but it's also a fantastic anti-inflammatory. This makes it perfect for calming down redness and irritation while it's also working on brightening. It's a real soothing multitasker.
Our third and final group are the resurfacers. Their job is simple but so effective. They're like a spring cleaning crew for your face. They work on the surface of the skin to sweep away the old, dead cells that are holding on to that extra pigment, revealing the newer, brighter skin that's hiding just underneath.
This is where your alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs, like glycolic and lactic acid, really shine. They basically dissolve the glue that holds those dead skin cells together, which speeds up your skin's natural shedding process. This helps existing dark spots fade way faster and gives you a smoother texture overall.
And of course, we have to talk about retinoids. These are true legends. They work on a much deeper level, communicating directly with your skin cells and pretty much telling them to act younger. This massively speeds up cell turnover, pushing those pigmented cells up and out, all while improving your overall skin health.
Okay, we've covered our blockers, our managers, and our resurfacers. You could have the most amazing routine with all these ingredients, but all of their hard work could be completely undone without the single most important ingredient of all. You ready for it?
It's sunscreen. I know, you've heard it before, but listen. UVA and UVB rays are literally the main on switch for melanin production. If you're not using a broad-spectrum SPF every single day, it is like trying to bail water out of a boat while there's still a giant hole in the bottom. It is absolutely 100% non-negotiable.
Now for the best part. We've figured out the concerns, we know what our goals are, and we've met our team of hero ingredients, so let's bring it all together and create your personalized game plan.
See, this chart makes it so simple. Just find your main concern in that first column. So for example, if you're dealing with uneven tone, your goal is to brighten an even complexion. So you're going to look for products with vitamin C, niacinamide, or alpha-arbutin. Or let's say you're battling post-acne marks. Your mission is to fade spots and prevent new ones. So you'd reach for things like licorice extract and retinoids. See how easy it is to connect the dots? So let's just hammer this home one last time. First, identify what you see in the mirror. Second, get clear on what your goal is. Third, choose the ingredients that are proven to match that goal. And fourth, the golden rule, the foundation of it all. Wear your sunscreen every single day. That's it. That is the formula for success.
With everything we've just talked about, I want to leave you with this question. You do not have to go and overhaul your entire routine overnight. Just look at your new game plan. What's one small, simple change you can make starting today? Thanks so much for hanging out, and I cannot wait to see you for our next deep dive.